Hello there, it's the Green Notebook, and we are back in Monifactory. So if you haven't figured out by now, I plan on making a video every day. Where is my audio? There is my audio. There we go. Yeah, so I plan on making a video every day, at least for this week and maybe next week. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, we have made circuits and power, but we still need the laser IO stuff to complete the quest. So, we might as well do that then, I suppose. Okay, laser IO's energy cards can be upgraded with energy overclockers to allow them to transport energy. Sorry. Note that only the extracting card requires no clocker. Alongside the notes themselves being wireless, upgrading the throughput of a given node is as simple as swapping the card out. These can be used to transport energy from your steam dynamos to various destinations. So I'm gonna craft these, but I probably won't use them. But we'll see. Okay, so we need 2 laser nodes. One of them, where's all that? See the laser connector. So we need 6 red alloys, 6 steel plate, and class 2. We get 1 Moni nickel, laser wrench, card holder, and a laser IO 101. And we can get a Moni nickel for the LV power converter. Okay. Basic steam turbine generator. Steam turbine generators are the easiest way to start training EU. With Quick Tech removing the need for a converter, steam can be input on any side other than the side with the red square around the wire. Which is reversed for EU outputs. Note that all steam turbines accept any type of steam, including those from thermal systems boilers. So and it makes distilled water. Don't know what we do with just put it in a big create tank. Yeah, just put it in a big create tank. We're gonna need it later. And how do we get Glowtech steam? From boiling Minecraft water. So we take a thermal I don't know, it is thermal systems. That makes sense. That joke went right over my head the first time. Thermal systems. Steam boiler. Okay, so then we take that and we boil, we turn our steam into RF. Okay, so how do we make a boiler? Steam dynamo with a steam pipe. I don't feel like making another steam dynamo at the moment. But yeah, good to know that exists. And then passing through that, not on that, we can do charging batteries. The battery buffer is a machine which can hold batteries for energy storage. Each battery accepts up to 2 amps and outputs up to 1 amp. So we need 4x tin wires, an LV machine hole, and a wooden chest. We need a lot of LV machine holes, if you haven't figured out by now. And I'm going to bookmark the recipe. So, we need to take... Right. Actually, let's make the bender first. So, where is it? The bender. I said bender. It says we should do the wire mill first. Yeah, let's do wire mill and then bender. Okay. Wire mill time. This requires 4 LV electric motors, 2 LV circuits, an LV machine hole, and 2 of those tin wires. Okay, let's take this one step at a time. Let's do our 4 LV electric motors first, which require 16 copper, crushed, cut. Then we take 16 tin, and we do that. Okay, let's get crafting. And there we go. Our very first machine. And let's make some tin cables for it. Let's do a 4x tin cable. See, this, I forget, does red alloy, red alloy has 0 loss, so we could do red alloy. Of course, oh, so red alloy only works for you. Okay. So red alloy only works for ULV machines, but here with tin cables we can do LV, so I think we should do tin cables in this case, which means that we can use our wire mill on setting 4 2 tin ingots. And this is very efficient now. Your direction, your program, and it's going to take some time, and it makes a very obnoxious noise, but eventually, ta-da, we just use the first bit of power, doing the thing that transports our power. And let's just make 5 more of those cables. Okay. Well, that's awesome. I'm a major wire mill. Oh, because we need putting it all together. Okay, let's read these then. A primer on power. Unlike RF power, which is safe to transport laser IO, EU power requires caution. The key is to always match or exceed the voltage and amperage of your power source with your cables and machines. Never hook up your energy converter to a cable that has fewer amps than your energy converter or battery buffer generates. For example, you must use 4x cable for a 4 amp converter and 16x cable for a filled 16-slot battery buffer. Cables with insufficient amperage will burn and be destroyed. Similarly, your cable must match or exceed the voltage of your machines, or they will burn and be destroyed. Never connect a machine to excessive voltage, or it will vaporize. Touching a wire with connected EU power will injure or kill you. So for your safety, use cables instead. Superconductor type wires do not damage you in GTM. Like the zero loss wires, conductive iron, energetic alloy, etc. are considered superconductors. Conductive iron. Okay, we could have used conductive iron, but it's whatever. We already made all the tin. Then putting it all together. Now that you have everything you need to power your machine, it's time to put it all together. Your steam dynamo needs burnable fuel like coal and water. It will output RF power through the excitation coil, the red bit at the top. The orientation of the steam dynamo can be adjusted with a crescent hammer if needed. Energy cards can be used to transfer that RF power, but the dynamo can also output RF directly into an energy converter by making the excitation coil touch the energy converter. Alternatively, the converter can be skipped entirely by using GT steam turbines for power. The energy converter transforms RF power into EU, outputting the resulting EU through the side with a red dot. The orientation can be adjusted using a wrench. Attach your conductive iron wires to the output side of the energy converter. Now all you need are some great tech machines to power up. You can make whatever you want, but it's recommended you get these two first. What I already said in the previous video, and I think the second one too. The wire mill will make crafting wires much easier. Much easier. The bender will make plates from 1 ink instead of 2. Progression LVH. We got a little steel trophy for the LVH. And then of course in the factory we get our wire mill achievement. The wire mill is a major efficiency boost, giving you double the amount of wires per ingot, but first you'll need to make some motors. Great machines are built from a number of components, many of which are shared between the machines. Motors are used in a great number of things, including other components. The wire mill requires a programmed circuit to run. Each machine comes with a free one. Click on the circuit slot in the bottom left of the GUI. For making single wires, leave the circuit at configuration 1. Refer to EMI for which circuit config or recipe calls for, and refer to the adjacent quest for more information. After you make the wire mill, consider making a few stacks of LV motors. This might sound extreme, but batch crafting in this manner is an important habit to pick up. This way, you won't have to craft more for a while, and you will use all those motors eventually, so you're not wasting materials. As you get access to more machinery, you will no longer need to craft things manually. Instead, you will engineer factories to automate the production for you. It is useful to keep a stockpile. Frequently use things like circuits and components crafted, so you don't have to wait for them when you need them. If the machine sounds start to get on your nerves, you can mute the machines with a GT hammer, or mute the sound entirely in the ESM menu accessible from your inventory. So I'll probably hit them with a hammer. Ta-da. As easy as that, it won't make a sound anymore. While, yeah. And we desperately need to go out and notice, because I was looking at it while I placed the block, it connected, but if I wasn't, it wouldn't have. If I destroy the cable, and let's say I'm looking down, it won't connect, and I just, is it not a, oh yeah, it's wire cutters to connect it, and because it's cable, it's insulated, yeah, it won't be affected. It's awesome. Okay, it said to make a bunch of LV motors, so let's do that. I'm just gonna make a full stack, which seems like a lot. It looks like a lot. Maybe that seems more reasonable. Okay, first we need all the sticky resin, which is going to be the hardest thing to get. But if we slash home overworld, hopefully all of those trees that I had planted have grown up. And if not, well, we can just find some more. Come on. None of them have grown yet. In that case, I'm just gonna AFK here and pause the OBS recording so that I don't waste a bunch of storage. Okay, I'm back, and it looks like most of the trees have grown. So, 1 second, let me turn off my notification sounds on my phone. Okay, looks like most of the trees have grown. And our final yield is 2 stacks and 18, and a lot of rubber wood. Which means that we can take 2 stacks of that for 128. And remember, we're gonna need a lot of these, so 32 is reasonable. Stacks of, and actually remember now we've got the wire mill, so if we set this is our default recipe, if we set this is our default recipe, and we cut down on everything else needed by a lot. ta-da! We've got our 32 LV electric motors. And right now, I'll put these in two separate steel barrels. This will be all of the miscellaneous stuff. And this will be all of the actively needed stuff. Ta-da. Okay, now LV pistons. A piston is a specialized motor which is needed to make certain machines. One of the more intricate components as it is made using a motor. And we need this for a lot of things, including the robot arm and the bender. We can also quickly make a polarizer so that we don't need to use so much. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, no, let's do a bender. Because we want to get our sheets. Yeah, boy. So, we need a whole stack of sticky resin. What a surprise. Okay, I guess. Oh, we need a lot of wrought iron. So, let's slash home overworld. Okay, I'd say I'm mining. Let's empty most of the cobblestone. Keep some of all of the stone dust and vanadium magnetite. Okay. Flash home, void. 272 copper, 34 steel, 96 red alloy, 160 sticky resin, 72 sand. And then we have some leftovers, 12. So we can make 24. 24 sounds best. Okay, so we need 240 sticky resin, which, pulling out a calculator, is 240 divided by 64 is 3 stacks and 48 sticky resin. So, let's go to the overworld and wait for all of our trees and turn up the simulation in render distance. Yeah, okay, that works. And I will be back. Hello there. This rain sound is obnoxious. Weather. And then we can take those back down. There we are. Should be a lot easier on the ears. Anyways, let's go for it. Okay. I think that's gonna be all. And look at that yield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacks and 57 of sticky resin. And I'll just plant. Okay, now that they're all planted, we can slash home void with our treasures aplenty. Naturally. This side will be random blocks and wood products. And this side will be random items. And then of course here we're still gonna put the sticky resin. Okay. Now, how much again did we need? We wanted to make 16, was it? 24 we wanted to make, which was a lot of so I suppose we need a lot of sand too. It's covered up, but it says 108. And 108 is a stack and 44. So we need at least a stack and 44 of sand. Okay, I'd say 4 stacks is enough for now. And then it was a stack and how much? 108, which is a stack and 44, sorry. Okay. Then, while we're waiting for that, we can take 48 sticky resin, 48 sugarcane, and a stack, and a half of copper ingots. Actually, let's only make one circuit at the moment. So we only need one for the bender. And here we go, we've got the bender. We also got the bounties from Money Coins. Now that you have a wiremill and a bender, you can consider starting to do bounties. The bounty board has a global inventory containing quests to earn specific items in exchange for Money Coins. These quests have a fairly short duration, so make sure to stockpile on items that come up on them, or else they'll expire before you can complete them. With renewable Money Coins, you should feel free to spend the ones you have on whatever you need. Spend your coins. Sure thing. Okay, and now that we have that, I feel like it's appropriate to make a whole bunch of, yeah, so let me figure out what recipes. I mean, that can't hide a recipe. So, compressor seems like the next best thing. Okay, well, let's see what the quest book says, I guess. Kind of progress, we need to get here, and this requires the alloy smelter. So let's do the alloy smelter then. But first, let's make a bunch of circuits. And how are we on time? Hour 36? Yeah, it's gonna be cut down by a lot. Okay, let's do this. And ta-da! That took forever, and a couple mining trips, but we now have 24 pristine condition circuits. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna end it right here. I've been recording for 2 hours and 30 minutes now, and I'm gonna let these finish doing their thing. And then I got a lot of coal as well, not only iron and copper, but coal. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish these off camera and fill up the furnaces and get off. So, once I finish making my mining hammer, Goodbye.